What's up YouTube? My name is Gillis the Kid. I'm back with another phone review. And this time we're going to be looking at the BlackBerry Q10 Revisited. This phone was released in April of 2013 and it was the second of the new BlackBerry 10 phones that was released after the Z10. So we're going to be taking a look at this. And this was released right after the Z10 when BlackBerry first came out and told everybody that they were coming out with a new operating system. Everybody thought it was going to be a QWERTY keyboard, but instead they came out with the Z10, which was a full touchscreen, and a lot of people wasn't pleased with that. But we finally got it. It was the QWERTY keyboard, and the first thing you'll notice about this phone, it's very small, it's compact, but it has excellent build quality. We're going to be looking at that. So first thing you're going to notice is the 3.1-inch Super AMOLED display. So this was the first BlackBerry with a Super AMOLED display. It had a 2 megapixel camera on the front, and it had an 8 megapixel camera on the back. So it shot video in 1080p at 30 frames per second. It had 16 gigs of storage. It was expandable up to 64 gigs with a micro SD card. It had 2 gigs of RAM with a Snapdragon S4 processor. It was a dual core with an Adreno of 225, so not very powerful compared to phones today. It also had a 2100 milliamp battery, and it was available on all 4 major carriers. So Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, and Sprint. All 4 carriers have different model numbers. I'm going to drop that down into the description. So if you decide to get one of these phones in 2019 or in 2020, you'll know exactly which version to get. So right on the front, you had your QWERTY keyboard. And then right on the back, they had like this beautiful glass weave, as they called it. And you can take off the back of the phone too. It had a removable battery, and it had a micro SIM card to it. So just like I did in the other video, I'll show you how it works. So in BlackBerry 10, you could, they called it peek. So you would basically swipe up and hold, and you can see all the notifications on the side. If you swiped all the way to the left, you would get all your open apps, and you can have 8 apps open at once. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if you wanted to close them all, there's a little X at the bottom, and you would just click on that X, and that would basically close out all your apps. And then if you swiped even further to the left, you would get something called your BlackBerry Hub. And in the Hub, you can see all your like notifications, BBM, text message, calls. There was visual voicemail, and if you wanted to have like Facebook or Twitter, it would appear right here in the Hub. And it was all gesture based, so all you had to do was swipe up just to get back to the home screen, and then you would swipe to the right to see all your apps. And then if you swipe down from the top, that would give you all your options. So Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, there's your alarm and location. So all that worked just like the Android phones did. The only problem with BlackBerry 10 is it took up a lot of RAM, and a lot of people, they had a hard time using the operating system because it really had no buttons, and it was a huge learning curve. I'll put it that way. But this phone was absolutely amazing, and it still has excellent call quality. It will run at 4G LTE. I know all the carriers are raving about 5G right now, but 5G is not there yet. And if you do think about getting one of these phones like this, it's still going to give you excellent call quality, and it's going to have 4G LTE. On the side, it had a micro USB connector, so that's how you charged it. And it also had an HDMI port in case you wanted to connect it to a TV or a monitor. So, like I said before, real small, compact. It had a really nice keyboard. This is what everybody wanted when BlackBerry first came out with BlackBerry 10. BlackBerry 10 OS is not really supported with many apps now. So if you get this phone, it's really not going to be for Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter or anything like that. But BlackBerry, please listen. All we wanted was this phone with Android on it. Well, we really wanted BlackBerry 10. You kind of got rid of that. But if you do bring out another BlackBerry, bring out this phone with Android on it. And I have the BlackBerry Classic right here. You can see the size comparison to it. So it's even smaller than the Classic. And the Classic had a great keyboard on there. But it wasn't as small or compact as the Q10. And then they have the Q1 here. I mean, look how big that is. So these are the future Android Blackberries. That's what it looks like. But if BlackBerry could bring this form factor back out with Android on there, I think they would have a hit. They're not going to gain any market share or anything like that. But I think it would be pretty cool if they brought out another one of these phones just like this with Android on it. But, you know, let me know what you think down into the comments about the BlackBerry Q10. I'm going to have some more videos about these phones coming up pretty soon. I'm going to drop all the specs and everything down into the description. So, I mean, that's all I have. Just let me know what you guys think. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.